Unit 4, A Different Path to Justice. Page 71, Unit 4, A Different Path to Justice. Focus on the topic. A. Predict. Look at the comic strip and think about these questions. Now answer these 5 questions. Who are these people? What are they doing? Do you agree with the judge? How do you think the store owner feels about the teenager tagging his building? How do you think he feels about what the judge decided? New vocabulary word, tagging. Tagging is painting on walls with paint or an aerosol tin, spraying pictures, letters on walls. We can see it nearly everywhere. Tagging. Page 73. C. Background and vocabulary. Read the US Justice facts. Try to understand the bold-faced words without looking them up in a dictionary. Now listen as I read out the definitions. Prison. A place where prisoners are kept. Offender. Somebody who commits a crime. A crime. Murder, theft, burglary. These are all crimes. Commit a crime. Somebody will commit a crime. They will steal something or murder somebody. Damage. If something is damaged or there is damage, it has been broken. Victim. A victim is somebody who has been affected by a crime. Community. A community is a group of people. A school is a community. This university is a community. A town, village is also a community of people. Apologize. To say sorry. Heal. If you break your leg, it will heal. Effect. If we do something, it has an effect on something else. Now choose the best definitions for each bold-faced word and circle your answers 1 to 10. Page 74, number 2, focus on reading. Reading 1, vote for restorative justice. Before the last elections, the people of Littleton, Nevada, received a flyer telling them about a new program called Restorative Justice and asking them to vote for it. Read the title of the flyer and answer the questions 1 and 2. What kind of program is restorative justice? What is this flyer trying to do? Now read the whole flyer. Were your guesses correct? Keywords. Flyer. A flyer is an information sheet delivered to a house, to businesses and offices. It contains information. Page 76. Read for main ideas. Circle the best ending for each sentence. Page 76. Read for details. These statements are false. Correct them. Change a word or phrase in each statement to make it true. 1 to 7. Page 76. Make inferences. Read each statement in the chart. Decide who might say that statement. Check with a tick the box on page 77 for the appropriate person. Page 77. Express opinions. In your opinion, restorative justice will work best for which kinds of crime? 2. Imagine your city tries to start a restorative justice program. Will you vote for or against such a program? Give your reasons. Page 77, Reading 2, Moving Past the Crime. In Reading 1, you read a flyer describing how restorative justice works. Now you will read a magazine article on page 78 about two people, one victim and one offender, who participated in a restorative justice program. Now answer the questions on page 79, 1 to 3. Page 79, C. Integrate reading 1 and 2. Step 1. Organize. Reading 1, R1, gives a description of how restorative justice works and why it helps. Reading 2, R2, provides examples. Look at the list of sentences based on reading 1 and 2. Then complete the chart, answering each question with the appropriate sentences. Lee will probably never drink and drive again. Offenders come to understand the pain they cause the victim. Valerie learnt to forgive Lee. Offenders and victims decide together what the offenders can do to make things better for the victim. Lee and Valerie share their stories of the accident, and Lee apologized to Valerie. Page 80, Step 2, Synthesize. Imagine you are Valerie Carson from Reading 2. A reporter would like to ask you a few questions for an article he is writing about the Littleton Restorative Justice Program in Reading 1. Use the information from the chart in Step 1 to answer these questions. 1. What did you do after you agreed to do the program? 2. What was the compensation you agreed to do the program? Number 2. What was the compensation you and Lee agreed upon? Number 3. How did the program help you? Number 4. How did it help Lee? Page 84. B. Grammar. Should, ought to, and shouldn't for giving advice. Read the excerpt from Reading 1. Notice the bold-faced words, then answer the questions below. We should stop filling our prisons with young men and women. Prisons alone does not stop crime. Answer questions 1 to 2. Why did the writer of the flyer use should? 2. What form of the verb follows should? Page 84. Should, ought to, and shouldn't for giving advice. Please look at both of these boxes and study them in detail. This is a very important part of the English language, so please study these boxes as carefully as you can. Page 84 and 85. Complete each statement with should, ought to, or shouldn't, and the correct form of the verb in parentheses 1 to 8. Page 85, number 3. Friends from a faraway country are visiting you in your hometown. They will spend the day on their own as you have to go to work or school. Give them a list of things they should, ought to, or shouldn't do to keep safe in your town. Example: when you ride the bus, you should keep your bags in front of you. Now write 4 sentences of your own. Page 85. C. Writing. Imagine you received a pre-election flyer, like the one in Reading 1. Your hometown is trying to decide if it should spend public money on a restorative justice program. You are going to write a letter to the editor of your local newspaper, explaining why you think this program is or isn't good for your town. You will try to convince the reader to agree with your opinion. Use the vocabulary on page 74 and the grammar on page 84 from the unit to help you. Page 86. Prepare to write. Charting. Before writing, it can be helpful to make a chart of the advantages and disadvantages of the issue. To help you decide if you think your hometown should vote for a restorative justice program, you will complete a chart. 1. To help you complete the chart, first answer these 3 questions. 1. Does the justice system in your town help to stop crime? 2. Does it help victims get over the crime? 3. Does it help offenders change the ways so they live better lives? Keywords. Get over. Get over is a phrasal verb and it means recover. Page 86, number 2. Using information from your answers, write at least 2 reasons for and 2 reasons against a restorative justice program in your hometown. Looking at the chart, reasons to vote for a restorative justice program. Crime is high and prison doesn't seem to help. Now answers 2, 3, 4. Reasons to vote against. Number 1, there isn't a lot of crime in my town. Our justice system seems to work well. Now answer 2, 3 and 4. Page 86. Look at your chart carefully. Decide how you will vote. Write a clear statement of your opinion. Page 86. Write a letter to the editor. The purpose of a letter to the editor is to persuade or convince the newspaper reader to agree with your opinion. A letter to the editor has the following 3 parts. 1. An introduction. 2. Statement of your opinion. 3. Reasons for your opinion. Page 87. Read the letter to the editor by Sandy Slater. Then circle the introduction and underline the writer's statement of opinion and reasons for it. Introduction. In a letter to the editor, you are writing to people who you don't know, people who don't know you. If you want to persuade people who don't know you, you must show them that you have experience or knowledge that makes your opinion important. Page 89. Revise. Provide specific reasons. When you try to persuade someone of your opinion, it's important to provide specific reasons. Often, writers make the mistake of using reasons that are too general. Specific reasons will make your opinion more persuasive. Number 1. Read the first draft of a letter. Underline the reasons the writer gives for voting for the restorative justice program. Now read A. Page 89, B. Now read the same letter with an improved reason. Underline the reason. Why is your revised letter stronger than the reason in the first letter? Look at letter B. Page 90. Read the statements of opinion. Then check with a tick the reasons that best support the opinion. 1. I like the idea of restorative justice program. I think it will be a good thing for the people here in this town. 2. The traditional system doesn't stop offenders from committing crimes again, and this new system will. 3. This program is better than the traditional justice system for the people of our town, and we need the best for our town. 4. Our current system doesn't help the victims. This program helps victims heal from the pain of crime and gives them a chance to ask for compensation. Keyword: compensation is money given to a victim of crime. Page 90. Read the letter to an editor. Underline the reasons for the writer's opinion. In the space provided, write a stronger reason with specific details. Number 4. Now go back to the first draft of your letter to the editor. Look at your reasons. Rewrite them to make them as specific as possible. Page 91. Edit writing skills. Write the final draft of your paragraph. Carefully edit it for grammatical and mechanical errors, such as spelling, capitalization, punctuation. Make sure you use some of the vocabulary and grammar from the unit. Use the checklist below to help you write your final draft. Then neatly write or type your paragraph. Well done, you have finished Unit 4. Please take all your completed work to your teacher for marking.